Alright, hopefully you can see this. I've changed my camera angle just a little bit to try to make it easier to see the whole mandolin and the fretboard. Hopefully this will work out better. I wanted to go through a little bit of theory and then maybe go back to the circular scales. I know I've done a couple lessons on those, but just to go over it again. I mean, first off, the this is a little bit of theory, and I'm not even sure how to best apply it, but it is kind of good to know. C major scale, no flats, no sharps, by definition in Western culture. So if I start with my on a C note, which is 5th fret of the golf string. Remember, golf, delta, alpha, echo, golf, delta, alpha, echo. So 5th fret, that's a C note. When I do the scale, there are no flats, so that's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, F, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. No flats, no sharps. That's by definition. You know, the keys that you most commonly play in, the next most common key really is a G. I can pretty easily get two octaves on the mandolin, but it has one interesting thing. It has a sharp in it. So it goes G, A, B, C. I'm walking up on the G string, so that's open, open G, 2A, 4B, 5C, open D. There's a 2nd fret, D string is an E note. There's an F sharp, by golly, which is on the 4th fret of the D string, and then to the 5th fret goes back to the octave. So there's one sharp. So if you see the clef note with a single sharp on the F note, you know you're in the key of G, and you know you're going to do that most of the notes on that G scale are going to be involved in whatever tune you're playing. Certainly the pentatonic scale. You know, the next probably most common key that gets played in old time and bluegrass is D. You can start on the open D string, open 2, 4, 5. That's open D, 2, E. There's another sharp. There's the F sharp again on the 4th fret, and then the 5th fret is the G note. Open A string, 2nd fret B. Whoops, here's a 4th fret on the A string. That's a C sharp. And then back to D. So it has two sharps. It has an F sharp and it has a C sharp. So when you see the key signature with two sharps, you're playing all those notes on the D scale. You know, probably, after that, probably A comes next. And I can start on an A note, which is on the 2nd fret of the G string. That's an A note. A, B, O, C sharp, there's one. D, E, F sharp, there's another. G sharp, there's another. A. So you see 3 sharps in the key signature. That means that you're playing in the key of A. Sorry. So there's A. So those are probably another one that, may get a little bit, that I like to play in, and actually a lot of tunes, fiddle tunes that people play in D today were actually started in F. So I start on the F, which is on the 3rd fret of the D string. D, E, F. There's my F note. Whoops, there's something. That's a sharp. That's a single sharp. So that's F, G, C, D, E, F. Has one flat. So if you see a flat, a single flat in the key signature, you know you're playing F. So anyway, that's some thoughts. Those are just some thoughts, some things to think about, and those that may or may not help you. Let's see, circular scales. So this is going to be kind of like the last one where we were doing a right hand exercise. So let's get that going. Pretend I have a metronome. Tick 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 tick. So that's just a straight scale. Watch the right hand. Whoops. Okay, down. I know you can find those notes, but I hopefully what you saw right hand, it's down, up, the whole time. It's moving strings, it's changing strings, but that down, up is going, and I think you'll be better off for that. I mean, Brad Davis and Kenny Smith, two of the best flat pick guitar players that have picked the string. They free float and they may go down, up, down, up. They do some things that are different, but this is the right way to get started. So there's that scale, and then there's a different one. Watch the right hand again. See, it's always down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. There are exceptions to that. There aren't many, but if you're doing a roll, you may go down, up, down, up, or that one maintains the down, up, or you may go. Down, up. And you can practice those if you want, but it's going to be a little bit before we get to a song that involves that. So for right now, and then this one. Whoops, sorry. Scales. So anyway, that is about 9 minutes. Let me think if there's anything else, but that's in the key of G. Next, on your own, work on it in the key of A. Do an A scale. Watch the right hand. You can find that scale. It's going to start on the A note right there on the 2nd fret of the G string. That's an A note. It's got a little bit of a reach. Whoops. And remember, you got 3 sharps here. then do the rolling scale or the circular scale. And the other circular scale. Whoops. So anyway, that's enough to work on right there, enough to keep you busy for a month.